Carry on.
And we're
Hi
live.
everyone, welcome to your Friday night Transformers show. We're going to start off. Oh fuck! I haven't got the bloody thing ready. Someone say
Slowly,
well,
we're going to start off slowly.
Some sort of joke about Gary Lineker hosts people standing in for him.
He does the same thing that his Christmas do.
Oh, found it. Transformers.
He walked.
Have your attention, please. This is the captain of your ship. I'm sorry. We found this way. You left me broken hearted. But I never loved you anyway. No, I never loved you anyway. No, I never loved you anyway. No, I never loved you anyway.
All right, boys. Welcome to another Friday night. How are you all?
Supple.
Sick.
Supple,
Player?
sick. Sick as in cool, or sick as in actually?
Yeah, sick isn't cool. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not-
can't say that. You're too
I'm-
old, Alexis, to say that.
I'm
You
the
stop with
illest.
this.
I
Oh,
said
you're not the
wicked
illest.
the other day at school. At school? Fuck, I don't go to school. I said wicked the other day at work. Someone said something. I'm like, oh, that's wicked. It's all right, isn't it? You can say wicked.
Top that. I used wizard in a conversation.
Oh,
bringing it back.
70s.
Wizard.
Right. Today, what have we got coming up? So we've got. I was looking in Smith's the other day, and the Transformers on the shelves. There is so few. I think I might have a photo, and it'd be good to see what you guys think. This happened before. Don't panic, but it feels like Transformers not being stocked as much as they used to mainstream. Also, we've got our rarest Transformers. We're going
Is it
through our
not just
rarest
like you live up in the north and no one really can afford to buy stuff up there? So why
It
bother?
could
We
possibly.
just don't
be.
send the
Is it-
stuff
is it-
up here,
Or is it
Jamie.
just because you went into a shit shop?
Or is it just because
Oh, it's
Jamie's
Smiths,
actually
though.
bought them all?
Smiths.
Jamie's
Yeah,
finally
well-
bought all the Transformers in the world.
And then did a typical
Jamie's
Jamie
bought them
thing.
all.
And, oh no, panic.
I
And the
don't
rest
panic.
of Jamie
It's a
didn't
good job
buy
I
it.
didn't.
That's
It's a
crappy
good job that I
Hasbro.
didn't interrupt you tonight, though, Paul, wasn't it? It's a good job I didn't interrupt you tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
it
proud
was,
of myself.
Alexis. Thank you.
I'm proud of
You should be
myself.
proud of that.
But
You
you're doing
are.
it right now, you dick. So fuck off.
He was going to
Season
interrupt
two.
you. He was
Season
going to.
two.
He had it planned.
Alexis is going to do a few rounds on his high horse later on, which would be great to see. And we've got
Yeah, horse
loads,
He'll fall off that very quickly.
I used the stirrups.
loads more
Right,
stuff. I think tonight's
That's what she said.
thumbnail. I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail because it went up about 5 minutes before the show went live. It's probably the best thumbnail I think I've ever seen us do.
Is it?
Yeah, really engaging.
I haven't seen it, so I can't possibly
Oh, hang on.
comment.
I'm in charge of the kids this weekend. It's literally just me and
Oh,
two
Ah,
boys,
fucking hell.
which is why I got onto the show at 3 minutes to.
No, Alexis language children watch this show.
They shouldn't. I always say it's over 18s. I love saying the word cunt. Right, should we do some news?
I like saying it as well, just not against people taller than me, or generally, which is a lot of the population.
It's interesting because news is an anagram of cunt. So
Ooh, your teachers have a lot to answer.
roll VC.
I dropped some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Right. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, all right. Yeah. News. Yeah. This is the stuff. This is the shit everybody tunes in for. Thundercracker, Shrapnel, and Perceptor coming in the Walmart G1 reissue retro line. So we've already had Starscream. We've had Hot Rod. And we had a leak of the picture of Thundercracker, which you can see there just in that little space. And we now have also the actual product numbers for Thundercracker, Perceptor, and Shrapnel.
Well,
So-
have you got any of these sets, Andy?
I've got the original. I've got a set of the original Insecticons. I haven't got
no.
Perceptor. And I
So
haven't
you haven't got
Thundercracker.
these because these are different, haven't they? They have been changed.
Oh, these are the new ones, aren't they? It's a
Yeah.
different color scheme for Thundercracker, I believe. That's more cartoon accurate rather
Do
than.
you think
the
Gary
colour one.
Lineker will be buying this?
He will, because he's got the freedom to do so, but not to
Yes.
speak out on anything that even is morally wrong.
Yeah, he won't go on social media about
Go
this. obviously, 'cause
bots.
he's allowed
Oh, he'll
to.
be straight on social media once he sees this.
Because
Optimus
Gary Lineker
Prime.
has often been a strong supporter of saying
What,
GoBots
GoBots?
should be banned. I support him.
Sensible policies for a better Britain. Yeah, the Optimus Prime. I think that nobody really knows exactly what that means. So it just says fan exclusive to Optimus Prime. So there's people guessing.
Maybe it'll be the Canonical edition.
Is it literally just going to be a Gary Lineker reference every 30
Yeah.
seconds for the whole night?
With a badge. Fuck off.
He's hoping if he does it every sentence, he might get a funny one before the end of the show, and we can do one.
He's adopting
short.
your tactic, Alexis.
Wow, he's gone
Alexis,
full Alexis.
Alexis, I don't need to do your
Gone
tactic.
full Alexis.
You know what, Jamie? Why do
you
you
know
wait
it's
for
bad
Paul-
if Alexis says
Alexis,
it.
Jamie, if you
Alexis,
wait for Paul
it's
to speak, you
okay.
can interrupt
It's
him and
okay,
say it
let it
then.
all out. Let it all out.
Oh.
You're amongst people
Anyway.
here. People.
Save it for the after show. We've had these posters revealed today, just this evening, I believe, of Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. So you get a bit of a closer look at the character models. So that's Mirage.
I thought that was jazz.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that joke's never going to get old, though, is it? Are you sure it's not jazz? There's Optimus Primal. Now we've kind of seen bits of this before. But yeah, it's getting shared around social media, so I thought we'll chuck it in there. And there's Optimus Prime.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you keep forgetting that it's actually not that far away now, is it?
Ooh, who is that in his
it's-
reflection in his chest at the bottom there, above the Transformers logo?
I believe it's a cityscape, and there might be something
No.
there, but it's hard to see.
There's a face. That is
It looks like a
definitely face.
Gundam figure to me.
Where'd you rate
Well, there you go.
Gundams, Jamie?
Gundam.
Above or below?
Do you know, we
Gundams?
should have invited Gary Lineker on because I'm seeing his free this
Oh my
weekend.
god!
Does he like Gundam?
Have you written these down?
No, these are all off the cuff. These. Oh no, he might have done. He might have it on a notepad. I'm not sure. I'm giving Jamie credit. I'm going to say he's coming up with these off the cuff. RoboSen are doing a Bumblebee, and we're all super thrilled. Super thrilled. I'm sure this one will also be extremely expensive.
I like it.
And
I
there
like
it is.
it how they on that previous one they were like, "Can you make it look technical?" And
Hang on, is
Yeah.
that it?
draw
It's
lines
the sim-
and write the numbers 10 to
Numbers,
40 on it.
yeah, 10 to 40.
Oh.
What does what does
They
it
must
mean?
be
Nobody will
using
know.
technology.
But that transforms into a beetle. That'd be quite cool. I mean, that looks very that's better than the masterpiece.
I don't know how the hell that's going to transform.
How's that going to transform?
And I don't care because I'm not going to buy it. Other slightly big news: we finally got to see the Gamer Edition figures, which the first three of which are going to be the War for Cybertron figures of Barricade, Bumblebee, and Voyager class Optimus Prime. The other two being deluxes. And this caused some controversy because people have pointed out, as you'll see in a later photo, that the Bumblebee looked a bit crap, and then somebody noticed that the picture on the box art on the back of the box shows this is mistransformed, basically.
The other pictures show that as well, though, so it's just not the box art, which is
Yeah,
quite
well, there you go.
surprising. You
Tidy
know.
alt mode though, really tidy alt mode.
The Bumblebee does look. I mean, yeah, this is a matter of debate, but I think based on what you saw in the actual game, they do look a lot like how they looked in the game, but that doesn't necessarily make it good. And that's obviously personal opinion.
I mean, my thought in this is we did a video short for this, and it's got over 2.2k likes, and so there's obviously a big fan base of the game and people liking what they see, and it's probably because the aesthetics are completely different and not something which is for the G1 boys or whatever crowd. But I've got to agree with you, Andy. It looks to me it's almost like a step backwards in engineering. It's a bit gappy. It looks peggy, even though it's probably not, but it gives that impression. And that's ignoring some of the mistransformations.
I'm just going to come out and say I didn't pre-order any of them. I'm not particularly
did I.
bothered on any of them. A Barricade I might have done, but I don't actually think Barricade looks as good as I was hoping it would look.
But he's the
And again,
most
they just
interesting
as
for
being
me.
out.
He's the most.
Oh yeah, he's the
made
best
that
of the
than-
three, but I
Yeah.
still don't feel like I need to pre-order it.
Optimus
If I see him in
Prime
a
is
shop,
small,
I'll
isn't
probably
he?
pick it
He
up.
looks as like I don't know.
Oh, he's swole. That Optimus Prime is.
Yeah, it's like someone
thick
sat
boy
on
now.
him.
Why did they make the Batmobile? Why is that the Batmobile? That's the Batmobile, right?
Keep doing
Yeah,
those jokes,
right.
Alexis. Some of them will be funny.
Yeah,
It looks
To
like
paraphrase somebody.
If you go back, it looks like the Batmobile.
Okay,
It looks
Barricade.
like
There we go.
Dick Dastardly's car at Wacky Races.
There's the slight difference in the transformation that people have jumped on and wanted to draw comparisons between. And then I think it was Evan from the Hasbro team did some comparison photos. So I apologize if it wasn't. It was definitely somebody from the team. So that's the 2010 one. I used to have that as well. And I think, did Ed, Bumble Jumper 82, did he pick that up at something recently? Anyway, I'm sure he's got it. But you can see the difference in size. I mean, the new one is going to be thick.
it's not a good build for a footballer, though, is it? No.
No, not like, say, Gary Lineker.
Yeah,
He was always very slim, wasn't he?
yeah.
Anyway,
People may say it's the perfect example of what a footballer should be like.
you can swap the arm out, can't you? So just like in the game, the arm actually transformed into the weapon. So you can actually swap it out for the weapon, which is what that's to show there. 5mm connection. You can do different configurations with the axe. So you got the cutscene axe when it looks like that, and then you've got the in-game axe when it's more like a double-sided axe there.
A lot of people seem to suggest they're buying it for the axe. You know,
Yeah, it probably will be.
Yeah.
Expensive accessories. The
you know
game
who
CAD's
else
on the
was-
left,
do you
the
know who
toy
else
CAD's
was,
on the right to show why they're both really sold. But the toy CAD is still much, much thicker than the game CAD was. If you look at the waist,
Do
it's...
you know who else was Axe this week? Gary Lineker. That's how you do it.
I noticed the lack of no response. Yeah.
Moving on. And anyway, gamer editions. Woohoo!
That's a week.
We've had some more photos of shrapnel, and I'm sure I saw some of the independents saying that they're getting their shrapnels in next week. Was it in demand or Kapow, someone like that? I can't remember now. Anyway,
I don't know, but it always seems to be like false promises now. It's up in the air who gets stuff first and that.
always with your lies.
I know.
My toys.
Yeah.
Was it in demand who said basically they're getting stuff in earlier than they were expecting to?
Bonnie
So
Gary
you could
Lineker would do
message
something
them.
about this, make a post.
Gary Lineker would have just sent the stuff out and just said, "Hey,
Yeah.
guys, have it." But no, we've got to message them and say,
I
You
can
know
see it's
why?
getting
This is
banned
not
this
a
week
cunt.
off YouTube
That's
for
it.
mentioning that name too much.
To use Paul's word, he's not kind. He's a
the
decent guy.
the guns rather combine Evo Fusion and all that, and it looks good. Somebody's even got some in
I
hand
think if
photos
you
somewhere.
mention Gary Lineker, enough conservatives might cancel our show. You know,
I think somebody will. This is the premium paint Takara Beast Wars Megatron versus Optimus Primal set. So we did have some other photos, but they were really pixelated and crappy. So I managed to find some clearer ones. And there you
just
go. That's the
think
paint
it's
job.
rough. I think it's nice, but I think if you've got the original figures, it's not much of an upgrade.
I
Not
don't
that
have it.
nice.
How
Yeah.
much of a difference is there in the paint job there?
I mean, the paint. I mean, I think with the Cara versions, what I've got, the ones I've got, they're fantastic. But you know, the thing with me was I didn't have the originals. You know, so it
Right.
it looks awesome compared to what the Hasbro quality control is.
I think people most excited, not so much by the fact we have these, but just by the fact that this has been shared around as a mood now. So just share that photo. That is Optimus Primal being sick of your shit right now.
Yeah.
That's not aimed at anyone in particular, but
I mean, I think a lot
maybe
of
some of the
people
jokes we've had so far.
are kind of wishing that Takara would be on the ball quicker. You know, they'd be
Well,
Takara
is this
versus
Takara
Fortnite.
going back to their own paint jobs, Jamie?
Yeah.
Because that's, remember how excited people used to get when you got the Takara paint job that was usually far superior to the Hasbro. Not always, but usually.
Are you saying
know.
Takara have done a Gary Lineker and they're standing up for themselves and going against the big man, the boss, the oppressors?
Are you saying the Tories are going to cancel them? Right. There's Optimus Primal. You see, I don't notice much difference. I mean, if you've got the original toys, you probably notice the difference. But to me, it
Yeah,
just
it's
looks like the same
it's
toy we
just
had
a
before.
repaint, a changing football strip, nothing much.
And
Still
there you
the
go.
same
It looks
figure
like he's got a
underneath.
few more stripes on him. And I might even be wrong about that. There might be somebody in the chat saying, nope.
It looks
nonsense.
very similar to the masterpiece paint job. It does. That looks very much like the masterpiece. In fact, that is the masterpiece. Is that the
I mean,
masterpiece?
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
know if I could
This
trust
is
you.
the Kara's photos
Yeah.
of their.
No,
But is that,
the
no, but hang
RC
on.
dilemma.
Have you
No,
have you got the
remember
same
RC
face?
picture it was up and
face.
you
These
swore
are
that
these
was
are the photos
yeah.
Takara have released for their Beast
Yeah,
Wars
but
2
do you-
packs. It's not
What I mean is
masterpiece.
the face sculpt. Is that the one you have on the Hasbro?
I don't know. I
Well,
haven't got it.
it's the same face sculpt.
It is.
It is the same sculpt.
There you go.
Okay.
This was. I don't think we've had the Optimus Prime one in box yet, but these are the photos of the Bumblebee and Barricade figures in their boxes. So we'll see what they look like there.
Yeah.
Numbers 1, 2, and 3 that we've got. So we're obviously going to get some more. Everybody, well, I say everybody, it's mostly Ian, mostly Arrowfire, who's saying, Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, please. A decent one this time, because that one that we had back in the day originally was absolute toilet. Brawl was just, infuriating figure. And that's the main line. That's all of it.
It does look like the
Um,
Batmobile up there.
Could you
A little
stop
bit.
saying Batmobile? Ed said that in fucking chat, and you're just mimicking.
Did he?
Just
Did he?
Yeah, but,
When? Where?
I was wondering why
You
this was going on so
responded
much,
to
and then I
this.
realised Paul's not here to referee. Can somebody who has the rights to do so please share the third repartee news.
Yeah.
Oh, have we got the
yeah.
intro? Are we not? No.
Believe it or not, this is the fun part.
I'm going to say it now.
He has to remind us this is the fun part because no one believes him.
Yeah, nobody
If it
cares.
is.
Mick Holohan, me and you are going to have words when we meet. Seriously, you're doing it deliberately now. You're trolling us. Okay, this happened. Anyway,
the people speak. The people speak.
no, one person. Anyway, Fans Project. This is the TFCon exclusive, isn't it? Which is their kind of repainted Tiger Stripes Grimlock, which they call Dino Leader Tiger Rex. It looks nice.
It's chug scale as well. So if you like it,
is it
Fans Project?
Is it not Legends?
No, Fans Projects for chug.
No.
It's a repair.
Chuggity chug. I wonder how much it'll cost.
Probably about
£3,000.
80 bucks.
$1 million.
Probably 80 bucks, imagine.
Because this would it be someone like Kapow will get some of these probably. They usually get in a few of these things, not many probably. Actually, they might get a lot if nobody likes it. Anyway, there he is. It just reminds me of the where is he? He's up here. Just reminds me. Watch me knock everything down. Of this.
What's that? Is that a homage to cheap plastic toys?
It's the homage. It looks like an homage to this in terms of its design, which was the classics Grimlock.
But they decided to use worse colours.
I'm slightly puzzled because I've just noticed that somebody's curled his tail. Oops. Somebody's curled his tail right round it. It wouldn't be. Kids, stop touching my toys.
It can
Have
actually
you?
Cool.
Anyway, but that was I always I've still got it, even though this isn't the best Grimlock. I like the actual dinosaur mode. It's kind of Godzilla-ish. Anyway, that's my take on it. It looks like the Batmobile. Now, moving on. This is Bingo Toys Black Arachnia.
That's it.
This is just a prototype at the moment, though, isn't it? So this is,
yes.
You know.
Do you want some words on it?
Some words?
Some words.
You're going to write on it.
Joe Wordsmith it. Joe Wordsmith it.
Give us the what do the kids call it? Give us the download. No, that's not it. Just give us some information.
You went to this yet, Alexis? That's what I want to know.
That's not the information I was looking for.
The 411.
Oh wait, don't do that.
To be interesting, so Bingo Toys they've done Shockwave, they've done ripped up version of Wingblade, now they're doing Black Arachnia. So it's effectively a shell former, isn't it? It's an action figure which some bits that stick on and allow it to fold over into an arachnid.
Is it an action figure though?
Well, yes, an action figure.
Which kind of action?
How's that a shell former? Well, I mean,
it's because you fold the legs round, you turn the hands into the mandibles at the front, and then you have the.
Does it sound very much like a fucking shell former? The way
it doesn't look like a shell. It looks like a parts former because surely if that's all the bits that become the abdomen and everything else on it, they're separate parts, aren't they? Because you can obviously they can take it off.
And that would
so
be
it's a parts former. Parts forming. Not that I care, but some people do.
Why? I never understand that. I like.
Well, I don't know. I don't get it either. Anyway, that's coming. How much will that cost?
Oh, God knows. Probably.
Ask him.
Last one was 80 quid. So last one was £80. So imagine around the.
Everything's 80 quid tonight. I love it. Right.
About that, yeah. No, last one was $80. So
$80. So about £120. So
what does it scale best with since you have a Bingo's toy, Alexis?
Masterpiece. It's masterpiece scale.
MP baby.
Masterpiece scale.
Right. Go on then, Alexis. Is this the cliff? This is the cliff jumper we're looking at, isn't it?
This is from Miles Dobson. I took this off of the. I saw Ade Young's photographs. I was impressed with his. I saw Miles Dobson as well, and this is the new Fans Toys cliff jumper, which is dropped. So I just haven't made posters of mine, so I don't have it. So I thought I'd share these in photographs. So you'll get double cliff next week because you'll get my cliffs.
Do they all come with a green sticker on the leg?
They do. Well, they actually come. Yeah, most of them have the QC sticker somewhere.
Fantastic.
Where is it on Quietus? It's on his.
Wow, Bumblebee's backpackalicious.
On his heel. So if you look at it, it actually makes it scales really well, but it sort of shows how good Fans Toys is versus Bumblebee. But I was just impressed how much they scale together. They actually are the right size. So he's got limited ankle tilt because of the way he transforms. He hasn't got a butterfly, but apart from that, he's
got a big old gun.
he's a decent figure, really. So I'm looking forward to doing some shots. I'm actually quite excited about this because Cliffjumper was always one of the figures that I always liked as a child because I never had him. I always had Bumblebee.
Can we just ask
I would-
everybody in the chat which cliff jumper are you today?
Ooh. So
Are you? Are you? Are you?
I'm
Rarest?
halfway between
Or are you
Cliff 1
just
and Cliff 2.
tired of all of this? Tell
Halfway
us.
between Cliff 1 and Cliff 2. I am.
We'll call them 1 to 4. 1 on the left, 4 on the far right. Tell us which cliff
There we
jumper
go.
you are today. We won't pay attention, but you can do it. It'll make you feel involved.
And do you know how much? Do you know how much this costs?
£80.
It's fucking £80. It's fucking £80. It is fucking £80.
Brilliant. Everything.
That's fucking but
everything's
more
going on.
80. So and this is it scaled with Paul's favorite, the Rigmeister Huffer, and the man who shall remain
Braun.
gunless, Braun. So that's
Even though he's got a gun there.
I was going to say,
no, that's just a Mirage. That's a Mirage. Although it looks like jazz.
No, that's a
Keep
jazz. But
going. I know. There you go. You keep stealing my jokes.
Predictability.
And then this came off. This actually
To
came
be
off
accused
while
of
we
stealing
were,
jokes by you, Alexis, is just beyond the pale. It really is. Ask
It
Jamie.
is. But,
Anyway,
you know,
moving on. Late breaking
Truth,
news straight from the
truth
desk of
hurts.
Alexis.
truth hurts. So if I get a Vectron Lab, they posted this right, and no. So the joke about Vectron Labs is that they've burned through designers, haven't paid them, and are never going to release this thing. But this actually looks like a prototype. So it's come off the page literally an hour ago, if that, and it looks okay. I mean, it looks very paddly on top, but if they've got prototypes out, so I mean, we've only been waiting 2.5 years for this prototype. So I imagine by the time I get my pension, my son gets his pension, then they might actually release a figure. So we'll see.
Who's banging?
It looks pretty good, but X-Transbots look
What
good as
looks
well.
like
So
No, I think Alexis is banging his own table.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was.
Tapping the table, you-
Hey,
Anyway,
why is your
yeah, what?
headphones picking that up?
Oh.
Are you blaming my headphones now? Are you blaming these?
He's suggesting your headphones aren't actually switched on and doing anything.
Yeah. Why the hell would they
alright.
pick that up with an echo?
No, show us the other side. Show us the other side.
Oh,
Right now,
you-
now rotate them. Now rotate them. Right, how do you hear that? Because your headphones aren't on.
I can hear.
Oh, you can't, you lying mother.
You just
Oh,
took your
back on
headphones
this
off.
again.
I just told you
Oh.
to do something. You don't.
I'm sure
is that
they
like-
work, and he's just got them on loud, and he can hear us. I'm sure that's
No,
what it
you
is.
can't. Oh, you be
Moving
different.
along swiftly.
I'll turn them off.
That was the
I'll turn them
news.
off.
Sorry, Paul, you missed the news. It was thrilling. You'd have
They're
loved
off.
it, but don't worry. You can
Oh,
watch
they're
it
off.
back.
Now they're off.
Let's see.
Now they're gonna. Now
I
they're, see,
can't
now
hear.
they're off.
Fuck
Now,
off.
now they're going back on. See, now they're back
I've
on.
got big
There we
ears.
go.
The light went
Years
off.
are built
Right
for
there.
this.
Right there. There we go.
You're such a liar. I'm not just saying that now. It's
If I was
because of
gonna
people like
prototype-
you. Gary Lineker's not in here because of people like you.
Serious.
Who was it who did that song,
Serious
that metal
work,
song
shit.
years back? I'm a liar. Oh, I can't remember now. Just reminded of it there.
Paul's a genius
Right.
for. I wondered what he was up to. And I went,
This
wow.
shows like a weekend away to the Duke of Edinburgh Award. It's intense. Oh, we needed that earlier.
Oh, you're here now
Sorry,
for that, Paul. When you weren't here when we needed you.
I had to work from my boss phones. I was like, oh, that's good. Why is
Tell
he
him to do
filming
one.
this
You're
time?
on YouTube. You're a YouTube star. You don't
He knows
need him.
that. That's why he loves me.
It's platforming.
Right. So are we on to third party news yet? Or have we done third party news?
Oh, yeah, let's do
We've done all of it, mate. We've done it all.
Oh,
You know, I like my ice extra cold. Ooh, ice.
Picard. Who's up to date with
I
Picard?
love
Don't worry, I won't do
Dom
any
Best
No,
spoilers.
not yet. I need to watch it.
I'm not going to say
Are
anything.
those-
I'm just saying
Are
Picard.
those headphones the
fuck.
Batmobile? That's a great comment. Thank you.
It looked like a
That made me
fucking-
laugh.
Show Paul the photograph. Show Paul the photograph.
No, we're
Sorry.
moving on now. Life's moved
Sorry,
on.
sorry.
Bumble Jumper. Why is in-demand toys now your go-to retailer instead of Kapow Toys? Why
Ooh,
is that?
good.
Why is
Oh,
that
we're doing
going
that now. We're getting into the
Yeah.
conversation.
I'm just
Let's go.
curious.
Put it in
What?
the chat.
Why is
Yeah.
Kapow?
He
No
said
longer
Indeband
his
is his
go-to.
go-to. Indeband is his go-to retailer, independent retailer. He doesn't. It used to be Kapow. So we are questioning serious questions.
All right, here we go.
Answer.
He's got an answer.
Well,
He's got
Question
an answer.
time.
He's got,
Question
because
time
they're-
with alcohol. Could you
It's
imagine?
because
that?
they're his horny toys.
Horny
Punk.
Toys.
It's
That's his
only toys
answer.
punk.
Right, you heard it here first, folks. Nice one, Ed. We doing anything else now? That should wrap
No, that's it now. Thanks for joining us.
That's it.
What's
We're off to a
next?
Gary Lineker tribute band con.
For 4 hours.
Definitely a tribute concert.
Pickups.
We now return to the Transformers.
Returning to the Transformers. What did you get this week, Alexis? Come on, tell us. Pray tell thee.
I got something really exciting. I got
Sense of humour.
good one. No, I got a suction cup camera holder, which I'm going to use for my snowboarding trip next week. So it's going to stick on my snowboard. I've heard. And
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. So I can do my filming whilst on the board without having to hold a camera and worry about dropping it. It will get lost in the snow somewhere, which is I won't even notice about. But the point is, I won't crash. So I'm looking forward to it. Apparently,
the most middle class thing I've ever heard anyone
No.
Wait. Have you heard his rapping? Anyway, let's carry on.
Oh, so that's the whitest thing
I
I've ever
got a new screen protector
Pretty
for
much the same
my laptop, and it comes with this little cloth which you can clean it with,
Wow,
which is
you're not
magnetic.
stopping.
Wow, a cloth.
Is that
you
for-
can
is
clean
that
it
for
with as well.
Pornhub?
Really, that's
Did you
really
have to pay extra
Why
for
do you
that?
need a screen
no.
protector
It
for a
came
laptop?
with it. I was so excited. It's
It's
like,
the
wow.
craziest pickups ever.
I don't know how to keep the cloth clean. Like,
But
if
why are
use
you
it,
getting
you
a screen
can't put-
protector
Using
on
it
a
to clean
laptop?
up your...
Oh, it's like
doesn't
when I
matter.
travel on trains. I don't want people to see me watching porn. So, anyway, I also got I got the Pretenders of the Earth. Remember that theme tune, Pretenders of the Earth?
Defenders of the Earth.
Yeah, you know, like with Glimmer Gordon. You've got Glimmer Gordon, Faster Than Light, and you had the ghost of
Comedy?
whatever.
Ghost of
whatever he's
Comedy?
called. What's he
No,
called?
alright.
No, what's he called? Metal Hawk.
Metal Hawk.
I got the go. Yeah, Metal Hawk, and then that one land flight. No, that's not landline. That's
No, that's...
Landmine's the yellow one, isn't it?
Cloudburst is the red one.
Cloudburst. That's it.
Yeah,
Cloudburst.
landmine's
And
the
then-
yellow one.
And then I got blood. So got blood.
There will be blood.
He was the leader of them, and then there's landmine. He didn't do much in the show, to be honest.
Have you only just got those? Oh, hang on, have you only just got those, or have you just got those out of your attic that you were in?
No, I actually went on eBay and I looked around for the best combination, and I paid on average £6.50 for each for them. £6.50,
That's
£7
not
each.
bad.
So I searched around and I got I can't remember this was what he's called in the show. So I've got my Japanese things up there now, so I want to try and do like little scenes. I saw who's friend of the show, Liam. I saw him do some really cool shots with these, and they actually scale really well. I've got one of the I'm just gonna do that. Like you can see, like if he was obviously out, he'd be about the right size as because they're meant to be human size, aren't they? So I thought that's pretty spot on. So I'm gonna try and do some cool shots. I've got some ideas. So they're there. I also got, I don't know where it is, I got a little Toy World Whiskey Jack, it's called, which is like a Legends version of Wheeljack. Wheeljack.
Yeah, he's good.
Dodgiest deal in the. So I was chatting to this guy who lives in Reading, and he arranged to meet my wife in the car park, and we exchanged numbers and stuff, and like he's like.
Are you 100% sure, Alexis, you haven't just gone dogging?
No,
I got paid in Transformers.
Unless
Met a bloke and his wife in a car park.
Well, on
Somewhere outside Reading.
It explains the screen protector now.
On your previous comment, it must have been the most middle class. It was the most middle class dogging because it was at Marks and Spencer's car park. So
It probably happens.
so
It could have been Waitrose.
So I got that.
I think it's quite cute. You think Marks and Spencer's is middle class? That's nice.
And I got a couple of new batteries as well for my Insta360 camera, which will go with my.
Are you putting batteries into pickups?
Well, on my desk, and I've
It's
got
a bit of a
this week,
stretch.
so-
Sweet
Next
Jesus.
video,
I think
He's just making up stuff.
I technically think there's a transformer in this.
Next
battery,
week, I'm
so-
coming on with a loaf of bread.
There's a real
Some toilet roll.
transforms electricity. There's a mini Krenzik in here. It's Krenzik. It is.
I picked up some beer.
No.
And chewed crisps.
I got some letters through the post. Pick them up.
I thought you were going to say I've got a lettuce.
Next
You
week
can't
I'm coming
you
on
can't
with
get
the
your vine
lettuce.
tomatoes because they're out of stock at the moment, aren't they? Yeah,
Oh,
that's all I
dear.
got. I think.
Yeah,
I
was
think
gonna
Those
say,
are
you can't
not.
get fruit and veg.
You could get tomatoes fine.
no, and cucumbers. You can't get. There's a shortage on cucumbers as well.
Where the
Oh,
fuck is the
up on
shortage? It's not in my desk.
Right, come on, let's move on.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. I got
Andy.
nothing. Move along. Jamie?
I'll go next. I got nothing.
Oh, go on, Paul.
Jamie.
Well, I got something through the post, and it was from Andy. So I've got some guns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. so
Oh, I
that's
did
pretty
make
awesome.
it. Thank God for that.
Oh yeah, you text me, and they arrived I think the next day, and I thought, should I
Oh,
tell
did they?
Andy? And I went, no.
I'm sure they'd been in transit for a while. That's why I was a little bit concerned.
I'll keep it a surprise for Friday.
I don't think I've ever had anything. I'll curse it now. I don't think I've ever had anything that I've posted ever disappear in the post. But I just know there's going to be that one time, and it's probably going to be something I really wouldn't want to disappear, like friggin' passport stuff and all that nonsense. Which reminds
Small
me, I need to
child.
renew my passport. Send a small child through the post in a
First
padded
class,
envelope. I'm
you're
not,
not a
I'm not
monster.
shelling out for a box.
Yes.
Padded envelope.
Padded
Like,
envelope.
Just a
like that
stamp.
Titans Return Blitzwing I
Stamp.
got.
It's a stamp.
I once bought a Titans Return Blitzwing, and the guy sent it in a padded envelope with no extra padding or anything like that. Jamie had bought something off him, and Jamie got it boxed. I was like, what?
Yeah. Wait, you were
What the
triple
hell?
padding. No.
Scandalous.
I
Was
got
it
one more
from me?
thing. I got this as well. I got because I sold my original one to RJ, and I realised that I preferred the matte version to the metallic version. So I got us on eBay for £51, which is what I sold.
That's
I sold it to RJ. I sold mine to RJ for 50 quid. So I thought that's not a bad price. 'cause I think they go
It's
for a
one of
little
the
bit
best
more.
Legends Transformers, I think.
But yes, so I got that now. So I have to go. That came in a padded envelope today.
I think
which
we
is
need
what-
to move things
that's what
along
reminded
because
me.
the
I was like,
chat has
padded
gone
envelope.
to cheese. The chat has literally gone to what cheese did you get this week? I feel like we need to pick it up a bit.
The cheese badge.
Free slice
Right.
cheese?
I almost bought Transformer. I almost bought Core Class Megatron, who's at B&M's now. I couldn't see a
Yeah,
price. He's just like a stack of them, but he looks really nice. But
Is this like
No
confessions now?
No spoiler,
see a
Paul. But did you
price.
pick up that thing I tagged you in on FB?
I text him. They'd already sold, so he had three
Oh.
headmasters, didn't he, for £300?
Yeah.
Oh, was that contact shot?
Well, but
Yeah.
that thing I tagged you
Yeah,
in. Alexis, did you buy that? Saucy
No,
with
I
it?
didn't. No, I did not. I did not because I haven't opened
wasn't
your
a
one
bad
yet.
deal.
So.
It
But
wasn't
I
a
know.
bad deal.
I saw there was another one on there as well for £20 more. So I think there's going to be a few of those coming out now. My prediction will be I think there's a few of them going to come out around that price. I think they're sort of it's going to do that and just be flat for a little bit. But I said
If any of
I
you-
want to.
Go on, what are you going to say, Alexis?
I just say I'm gonna get Jamie's out soon. So it's I'm getting closer.
On a slightly different note, if anybody goes to B&M and spots, apparently they've got some of those Cyberverse. Was it the later Cyberverse figures? And they've got the Skull Cruncher one. And I don't know why, because it's probably a bit crap. But I kind of want to get one just because it's Skull Cruncher and just like see whether it's any good. If its legs aren't floppy and it's half decent, it can take over from the Titans Return one because that bloody thing, every time I move it, just collapses. It's like me after too many beers.
I think it's brilliant. The Titans Return one.
It's the legs though. What is wrong with the hips? Why? I mean, because every version of that mold I've had has had.
Just get some
loose hips.
tissue, cut off the tissue, and then put the ballpoint back in, and the tissue will hold it in place.
I'll try it, but I was wondering where you were going with that then. When you just said just get some tissue. Don't you
Well,
mind that
tissue
thing?
is like a man's best friend in many respects. You know.
No, that's not true. If you buy what Alexis got, you get a free cloth, wipe-off cloth.
Right. Okay. So I think that's because
That's it. Porn protector and wank cloth.
Cool.
It's not ribs for your pleasure.
You spelled
Yeah, I've
sock
heard about
wrong.
floor polish. I may have to try some.
What for wanking? That's a bit off.
No. Well, actually, no.
Hey, don't knock it.
Imagine
Right.
the shine.
Miss Machine will be happy or not.
And the
No,
conversation
do it.
taking a turn.
On that note, it feels natural to bring Rohan into the conversation. So shall we entice him in? Rohan!
It's an earthquake. Oh,
Saw the dove from
Rohan.
above.
That was a good one.
oh, you're going to draw it in.
Come to me, Rohan.
Rohan.
Come, Rohan. Come
All
to
the way
my
from
corner,
Orlando,
Rohan.
Florida.
Sizzle on my finger. Right.
That's Orlando Bloom.
Who is this super YouTuber? Is it Paul, the Joy Toy collector? Andy, the Newcastle United fan? Jamie, the GoBot hater? Alexis, the salesman? Rohan, the man with the plan and the Wall of Fame? Might just be Rohan's Corner, Super Transformers guy. Rohan's Corner, poking Hasbro in the eye. Oh, he's so fly, a groovy guy with a beard that just won't stop. When the bots get rough, he's super tough as third party cleans up. Rohan's Corner, Super Transformers guy. Rohan's Corner, poking Hasbro in the eye.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Rohan's Corner, and this week on the show we're talking about the one, the very only Micromasters!
Optimus, we're on the new Micromaster station! Right here in the palm of my hand.
New Micromaster transports and Micromaster battle stations. They connect and transform to make whole incredible cities. Micromaster Transformers, they're not just small Transformers. Micromaster Transformers.
Yes, these diddly little Transformers that came out around 1987, 1988 are very much a part of the Transformers franchise these days, especially with the resurgence of them back in the War for Cybertron trilogy. And I wanted to just pick up on the point that back in 1987, 1988, when they first came out, Transformers was going through a bit of a dull patch. We'd had some fantastic years, 1984, 85, 86, of huge sales, huge attraction in the boys' toys category, huge response from the cartoon series, huge backlash from the movie, and then season 3, season 4 was not doing well. At this stage, Hasbro and Takara needed to shake things up a little, and they had the balls to try new things. We had the Target Masters, we had the Headmasters, we had the Action Masters, we had the Micromasters. Heck, we had the Power Masters, and any other masters you can think of. Masters of the Universe, too. But ultimately, these sort of trial and error attempts by Hasbro to breathe new life into the Transformers line weren't successful. However, there's something to be said about these miniature figures that transform with absolute ease. And here I have a G1 Micromaster in hand. Don't ask me for the name, I don't know the name. And it can be transformed in 1, 2, 3, 4 moves if you do the legs together. This is stiff as you can imagine. And there's something just satisfying about the simplicity. But the alt mode actually looks decent. Unlike the core class, where a lot of their alt modes don't look decent, and a lot of their robot modes don't look decent. At least with this guy, his alt mode looks decent. Even if his robot mode leaves a lot to be desired, it does still resemble the robot. And there's a lot of similarities between the G1 Micromasters and also the War for Cybertron Micromasters, which are not quite as good as other lines that we've had, like the likes of World's Smallest Transformers. Who remembers these? They actually line up quite in scale with one another, so if you wanted to, you could have your entire line of Transformers G1 characters in Micromaster scale. How cool is that? Although they never actually finished the entire line, and a lot of third parties did make a couple of the figures, but anywho, let's not go down that rabbit hole. But the influence for all of this, where did it come from? I mean, Hasbro originally brought Transformers over from Takara because Takara had done some complex designs to create a robot out of a vehicle, transforming along the way. However, Hasbro had never really done any simplistic toys, except for maybe the 1, 2, 3 Transformers, which are a completely separate line for little children, which came out around 1987. I've done a video on this in the past. But I'll tell you a line of robots that were simple to transform and were cheap and cheerful, and that was the GoBots. Although a couple of them may not seem to be the most simplistic in design, here we have Turbo. You pull out his legs, you pull out his arms, and you flip up his head. And there you've got Turbo in robot mode. Very much like a Micromaster, in fact, probably about the same number of steps. Of course, some GoBots were more complex, and some were more expensive, but for the most part, the 6 couple of quid price point was pretty much in line with Micromasters, and they had die cast, and they had much better detailing. Okay, they were a few years earlier, and inflation may have been around at that time. I don't remember. I was a little baby. But there is something to be said about these simplistic transforming figures, and we see that in the new core class range. It kind of divides opinions. Some are really good, some are not so good. Some really good ones like Soundwave, and some not so good ones like the Dinobots. And then at the same time, we have the new Earthspark one-step changes, two-step, blah, 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 little bot thingies, all the rest of it. And some of them are shocking. Those little bots that are $8.99 from Game and Likes, it's just little box finger puppets. You know, they look horrible. The one-step changes don't look too bad. The deluxes look all right. So there is something to be said for simplistic Transformers, as long as the aesthetics are still there, and as long as they still look like the characters, in my opinion. What do you all think? I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode, a micro episode on Transformers Micromasters. Thank you for joining me. Back to the studio.
Transformers, Rohans in disguise.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm alright. You well?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I like
Rohan was going to make us an offer we couldn't refuse then.
I know.
That's I liked your Hawk action last night, Paul. It's all over the chat.
That was hilarious. Fortnite banter. Sorry, some work stuff's going on, so I had to quickly run and deal with that. Not run and deal with it, just deal with it. Brilliant, thanks, Rohan. Micromasters.
They were similar to GoBots, weren't they? Like the simplicity. They weren't much bigger.
Micromasters were great. They were little play sets or little teams of bots. They were great fun. And the problem was the new ones kind of missed the point a bit. And yes, they had more articulation, but they broke apart. Things popped off all the time. And you didn't get the
complete
sets.
the teams.
Exactly. You didn't get the teams at all. Bring them back, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Don't make them into guns.
Maybe we should do that as maybe we should do it. Maybe as a discussion one time. We should do, if you had to create a brand new Micromaster team, who would they be, and what would their like sports cars, jets, what would the concept be? And then if you had to pick a base, what would that be? And we'll talk. And we'll each come up with
Janice Street as the base.
Well, let's think about it.
Just
a
a head,
bit.
just a mouth.
Just initially, that's just the first thing which went in my head.
Janice Street Porter.
I'm just not sure.
Loose women team. Let's
discuss it when we're drunk. It'd be a brilliant idea.
Well, no, it's because I would say something and suddenly you'd be using it as your idea next week. Then I'll be like,
well, why don't I go first then, and then you can plagiarize me for it.
I love Paul's suggestion of the loose women team.
I know. What about you go last?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go last then. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay. Rohan, thank you. I didn't realize how many masters there was, like Power Masters, Micro Masters. What other masters were there?
Masters, Target Masters,
Head Masters, Target Masters. That's just
Brain Masters.
Head
Brain Masters, although they were Japanese, but this will count.
Gary the Micro Master. Well done, Ian. For more facts about Transformers, go to Arrowfire's channel.
Go to our fire channel.
Right, let's do.
He's probably got double the subscribers that we have now.
No,
yeah. Don't go to Arrowfires. Bring your friend
out. Ian, if you could sum up your channel in just 1 or 2 words, what would it be?
Good looking. We haven't got that.
Okay.
Wood polish.
We've all been there. We've all been there. Yeah.
Transformers.
If you could sum up it in 3 words, what would you say? Breastmasters. That's 2 words. Right, that's 2.
Counting is hard.
Dave.
Like you get the motorboat, Paul. Put them together.
Foreplay.
Lynn, these are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is DEFCON 1. Look. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. Don't think you want to join in.
Oh, it feels so good having boys to men. Right, so tonight we are doing our Rarest Transformers, aren't we?
What?
Yeah, well, yeah, rarities, exclusives, whatever you feel like chucking in there, really. I mean, it's basically an excuse to pick anything. If you think there's not many of them, you can just say, yeah, this.
So this is like an Alexis wet dream for him, then.
Hang on.
It's
wait a
one.
minute. Are you saying
One.
if I pick that repaint of Hot Rod, that's a fucking repaint, you won't slate me for it?
Well, no, because that's got
If
nothing
it's
to
rare-
do. You were slated. You weren't slated because you picked like a hot rod. You picked a vehicle, a character that was not.
No,
what we said we were
but
gonna pick.
it's a car exclusive.
That's like me just picking an Optimus Prime that's widely available and go, yeah, but it's Optimus Prime. You're missing the point, Alexis. All right, pick something rare. You've had plenty of time to think about this. 24 hours. What have you gone for? He hasn't got a clue. Right.
I'll go second. Jimmy goes first.
A conservative
Alexis, you
soul.
go first. Alexis.
Gary Lineker on Match of the Day. That's very rare now.
It is rare now.
And that's how you do a Gary Lineker joke. Anyway. Alexis, it's you.
I'm going to do this every week until you take the show seriously.
I've been very busy at work.
Oh, you say that every
No, yeah, but so
Well, you know,
I don't knock off until like.
You
you
didn't
might
knock
find
off.
yourself.
I don't think I've got the exclusives.
You might find yourself replaced by a certain footballer.
Alexis, you have
go
all
and
the
get
exclusives. Just
fucking
pick
Lucas.
one.
I don't have
That's
it.
Show
the
Lucas.
problem.
They're not exclusives though. They're all just mainline, apart from like
Any
that
of your
Hot
figures,
Rod.
of things like
Alright.
TFUK, not TFUK, TFCon things, you do have them. You've shown stuff off in the past. Come on,
Well,
pick one.
next week, try and get one, okay?
Oh,
You
okay,
can-
yeah, this will do.
Brilliant. Shall we go to someone else?
We're all
That's
busy.
right, Mick. Oh, Mick's turned. Mick's turned.
No,
There we
poor
go.
Alexis now.
There we go. That one. That's TFUK exclusive.
I've got that.
£120.
Yeah, TFK. It was a TFCon exclusive. It was, and then obviously became much more widely available afterwards. It was. So I will let you have that.
I don't
Brilliant.
actually have any exclusives. I sold because I had to run them. I had to run them like a runabout twins from TFUK Con. Remember that? They're the tracks.
Is that true though, Alexis, or is it just that you don't remember which are exclusives and which were just the random
Well,
things that you buy many
Yeah,
of
well,
every
I'll
month?
do.
And
To
it's cool that
make
you
up
showed
my-
that. You've done it.
To make up for my tardiness, I will
Why
find
you-
those photographs.
Oh, that is
And
not
show them
the answer. I
the
was
figures.
after. So Stuart's got Realm of Collectors X
I will
Transports
find
Nelson,
those
number
photographs
1
right now.
of 200.
Uh,
Stuart.
Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Mick. Now, yeah, Mick gets it now. Mick gets it. He's come around.
Right.
We like Mick.
Yeah, cool.
No, Mick. No.
Mick,
Yeah.
I'll speak to you on Twitter. I'll give you a whole
I beg your pardon?
yes massive post.
Where's this conversation? Rohan's back.
Right, so I went for Wingblade, Mego for Iron Titan. So this is Iron Factories. I've shown this a couple of times before, and my dear friend Alexis managed to get me this. I think it's about £60. I think we paid for it, didn't he? To get off of all the weird Transformer sites across in China. But it's one of the hardest Iron Factory Transformers to get hold of. When I collected Iron Factory, I was obviously quite happy to get this for a normal price. I couldn't find him anywhere, and when you go online, it's hard enough to find any Iron Factory release, let alone a limited edition Iron Factory clear version of Wingblade. So I have yet to sell him, probably because no one's offered me millions of pounds for him. Someone did, I might, but until that day, he is literally one of the only Iron Factory toys that I own left. I sold all the rest off because they went up in value. But this one is staying in the collection, and I said to Alexis, we'll split the money when I sell it for £1 billion. Jamie.
Yes, my choice is a homage to Gary Lineker, and it's Frost.
How is that? How is that homage to Gary
There's apparently Gary Lineker's got a lot of fuss in the bedroom.
Like you don't know. Like you don't know.
What's wrong about that? We're all
dear.
men here. We can happily discuss other men's sex lives. It's all okay.
that we don't know
Other-
or know
other
anything
men.
about them.
Other men.
It feels more like you're fantasizing, Jamie. I think that's the issue.
Your
fanfic.
Gary Lineker
Yes.
once liked one of my comments. As far as I'm concerned, we're friends for life now and bosom buddies.
Oh, dear. In a relationship.
Was it Barry Vinegar?
Barry Vinegar.
Yes. So, yes, my choice is actually First, and I think First is one of these exclusives which we never really expected to be an exclusive. It's a sort of a good reminder of the bad days of Transformer collecting, when suddenly a toy which really shouldn't be exclusive but was the exclusive in the American store, which almost made it by default a worldwide exclusive, because other stores at that time weren't having Transformers. Toys R Us was selling up and going under. The independents were trying their hardest to get this and selling them at fair prices, where you had scalpers, legions of them, and buying this guy up and selling them for anywhere between, £60, £80 and £100.
They still go for stupid money, don't they? I mean,
Yes.
you see them listed for, even on the groups, for £150 odd or something. It's just
Really?
yeah, it's madness.
And this is this was the big problem, that Hasbro was having, and I think it's one of the reasons that although Hasbro Pulse UK has been pretty bad for maybe independence, it's been good in many respects for Transformer fans being able to get these toys, or at least have an option of getting these toys instead of being sold out within 2 minutes. Now they may be sold out within 6 minutes, but it's progress. It's slightly moved up, so it gives us more buying time. And the good thing about Hasbro is the way you buy your product is you don't need the money in your account. They'll take it when it comes. So a lot of people, when it came to the independents, even putting a deposit down was sometimes too much. And with Hasbro, it's quite easy to cancel your order, and it gave you that choice of thinking time. So you could get that order in, and then you can think about, do you really want it? And then you could cancel it without being financially, punished.
Destroyed.
Or destroyed, But
Somebody
yes.
has a point, Jamie.
So
that
I would like to dedicate this first to Gary Lineker, who should be on Match of the Day, and like Gary Lineker, First was a Decepticon who spoke from the heart and spoke up for many people and had many good causes. So yeah,
he'll be very touched to hear your support.
I hope so.
As he is.
I hope so. I will put him in a post on Twitter and at him.
I was just going to say, I have heard this as well, that we're getting re-releases of the Coneheads in the Legacy line. Whether that actually comes past, we'll have to wait and see. But I really hope so.
And I hope Hasbro's listening to this and call it the Gary Lineker line, because that would be tremendous.
Gary Lineker specials.
Yes. He's back.
Oh, dear. And that was Thrust.
Yes.
Why was he rare?
Just basically the whole segment.
And you say I don't take it seriously.
I did take it seriously.
Paul.
Not you. I meant Paul.
To be fair to Paul,
right.
in this situation, he seems to actually be doing his job while parenting, while trying to do this.
I know, I'm doing three things
I'm
at
gonna
once.
cut him some slack here.
This is the easiest bit. I just think he looks great. Was that Earthrise Thrust?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he looks so good. I've always
A
fancied
connoisseur.
him.
Say the proper name now. Well done.
No.
Knowledge.
Really
Unlike these other Philistines.
Right, Andy, who are you thinking about?
Mostly Gary Lineker, because he keeps going on about it. But, if it wasn't Gary, I'm gonna share some photos. I have got it here, but I'll quickly share this. So I haven't got a lot of what I call exclusives, but I've got some rare stuff. And I was going to go for something modern, and I thought everybody's going to go for something modern, so I'm going to go for something old, but is still exclusive. And I went for Skyquake. There he is. And the reason why I kind of went for him, more than anything, is because he's rare, because he falls apart. There's not many people who still have a unbroken G1 Skyquake because of the gold plastic syndrome that we all know about. And yeah, it's a fantastic figure. and we need like a proper update of it. I know we're getting a Skyquake, but that Skyquake is based more off the Transformers Prime one, at least in terms of its appearance and its deco. The G1 is just it's just brilliant. It's got to be in my top 5 jet Transformers of all time. It's just great. The gimmicks on it are great. The look of it, the colors, just fantastic.
I must admit, I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to dedicate this to Gary Lineker.
Did you put the face on the front of it? The little happy face on the front?
No, it comes with it. That's the stickers that it came with. They're the factory ones. So it comes with like the shark stickers. I think you remember the double dealer that came out in the Generations line, the Voyager one ages ago. If somebody can share the photos, I don't know. I can't see because
is he smiling in that?
It's like a shark face thing, you know, like they used to put on the World War II fighter jets. The Americans did anyway, and to make them look more intimidating. Why? Who's going to look and go? Oh, there's a flying shark coming at me, but they did.
He's someone that would be looks quite angry, like you would be if you were kicked off a TV show potentially.
What, like Gary Lineker? Oh, okay. So sad. I know. Anyway, it's a fantastic bot, and the colours on it are just incredible. Now, the problem with the G1 one is, A, it's a brick, and it's barely got any articulation, and B, it's got gold plastic syndrome. So the fact that mine's unbroken is something I'm very eternally grateful for. And I do transform it fairly regularly.
Am I right in thinking the thing with gold plastic syndrome, it doesn't always happen? It was just the mix for some of them.
The thing is, with a lot of them, they did break and have broken. And the break normally happens kind of around this section at the back, because this is all gold plastic. It's why they say, you see how the Predator jets on the top there, that you shouldn't really do that now, because a lot of people's broke because they put them in, and then when they tried to pull them out, the plastic just went, hell no, it's too tight a fit, and it's all cracked.
Is it also around when you've got like mine and my Mega Pretender, it was around the hinge on his foot, because there was a metal bit which you had to
the Mega Pretenders, they had it the same problem, and with the inner robots, of course, because there was roadblocks in a robot that falls.
I mean, I've got a gold plastic syndrome, apparently Mega Pretender. You know, but so far,
you've just got to be careful with them, I think, because I mean, I'm careful.
No, mine broke.
And that's what I do. I touch wood. I won't touch that.
You'll touch your wood, but you won't touch that. That's good to know, Jamie.
And not my wood. You know, actual wood. You know.
Gary Lineker's wood. No, wait.
I'd be so honoured now. Before I would have been like, yeah, but now I'd be, I'm okay.
Anyway, it's a fantastic bot. I do recommend it. And what I really want to see is what we're going to get. There's a lot of people saying we are going to get the Skyquake that's coming from Legacy redone as more like the G1 style deco and appearance, and would seem a bit of a change to the head sculpt. But I mean, you know, if you look and find some of the fan art that's out there, I've completely forgotten the name of the guy who did this fan art. Oh Christ, it's gone. But he's from Japan. It's fantastic. But to me, that's like the box art you would get on something like a Generations type figure or a Chug figure now. And I really hope we get something like that, because it's friggin' awesome.
I can see how.
So I would go for Skyquake, because, like a few of my other figures who have gold plastic syndrome, they're rare because how many of them are left that aren't broken and falling apart, I guess, is the thing. So I went with that. And if I had to choose another one, I'd go full Alexis. I'd have said Legends, Titans Return, Misfire, either version, because they're another one that goes for a frigging fortune. But I'm not Alexising it now. I'm not going through more than one bot.
But I might just want to add this because this is what I was I dug out in my photographs. I don't own these now. I sold these off, but this is another TFCon exclusive, the Runabout Twins.
Yeah,
they're Overrun. And these are made from the Wheeljack mold. And it's a very clever thing they did. They did a.
Did you get these from Andy?
He did.
Yeah. You got these from Andy? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
I love their alt modes. Their alt modes are just sublime.
Yeah, the car modes just...
They look really good. I'd have them in that mode all the time. But every time, like they're so loose. Like I tried to get his walking.
The bot modes, the transformations are pain in the ass, because I've got the tracks, which was the same mold basically, and I hate transforming. It's just a pain to transform.
I sold these when they started.
Yeah, there you go.
The drops on the obviously they released the other twins, didn't they? Like when I got those two, I then sold these ones off. I gave them a little send off like this. I thought they're cool bots. So I do have one more TFCon exclusive I completely forgot about. Actually, I've got the thing that Jamie wants, the Rodimus Lost Light, where he's got the shaved off smoke pipes. You look confused.
I don't want that.
I thought you said you were looking for. I thought you were looking for one.
Yeah, Dan Vestay has put in the chat, just to change the subject for a second, go back to that gold plastic syndrome. That Andy Cousins, who was at TFN last year, who worked on that European line of Transformers at the time, that he said, even though he didn't know the exact reason, he said one of the problems was they used to put the scraps of plastic back into the mix, and that apparently could cause the plastic to weaken, which might be why it was happening. But he was guessing at it, because I remember listening to Triple Takeover podcast, and they'd interviewed him and had a chat with him. And he said at the time he'd not actually really heard of it. He was finding this out from them that this had been happening, and so he was kind of guessing from his own knowledge what it might have been without knowing anything definite.
Because the thing is, with plastic,
that was the one, Jamie. Is that the one you were looking for?
No,
okay.
I think originally I was. I think way back. Then I think we had a discussion about it, Alexis, and then I changed my mind. You persuaded me against it.
There's different versions of it, so
yeah.
Sorry, Jamie, you're making a point about the plastic.
You actually had quite a good depth of knowledge explaining the different versions and stuff like that. It was quite good. And then you convinced me not to get it.
Knows it's his third party.
Yeah, he is the man when it comes to third party, and he's sober.
Oh yeah. Well, Ian Narrowfire as well. If you don't watch his channel, he likes third party. Ian, what
talked to Alpha
one or
because
two
he's
words.
good looking.
One or two words, Ian. Sum up. What would you do? Well, Ian, one or two words to sum up third party in your mind's eye.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't make.
What would that even mean? Porchy goodness.
I don't know. I just asking questions. He just you should see him on Fortnite. Just shouts out. He's like,
there
he's
a
like
porch chat going on now? Who's got a porch? Adds value to me house.
Oh, Drew says he likes any party. I could understand that, Drew.
Yeah,
I could understand
he does. Especially one where there's a sock going around.
Oh, Drew.
Especially those parties where you're breathing heavy against a car window. From the outside.
In a Marks and Spencer car park in Reading. Apparently.
Living the middle class dream. He got on it. What are you doing here today? Oh yeah, you're not on.
Nitro still had security on. Anyway, right. Is that everyone? Has everybody done theirs?
Paul, you done yours?
Oh, have you done yours?
Yeah, I've done that.
No, you didn't.
I'm Factory.
Yeah, he did. He did the wind blade.
He did.
See through. Not see through.
He did. That was last. We've been going for 2 weeks now, Paul. You've been away for that
long. Day 76.
Gary Lineker's back in match of the day.
That's it.
Gary Lineker is now Prime Minister.
Yes. You know, we're starving today, but we're all happy.
Right, it's time for our discussion for the night. And tonight, the discussion is, well, we've seen. I feel bad now because Jamie, you said it was rubbish.
I said I wasn't as bad.
We now return to the Transformers.
We could do one on scale instead.
Don't change the discussion as we just
Alexis, it's an okay discussion. I was just giving a different angle on it.
So
scale is in the eye of the beholder. End of discussion. Right, moving on.
Paul, what's yours? Is it the end of Transformers as we know it? It was probably a little bit clickbaity, but I went to Smith's the other day and there was hardly any Transformers. I'll try and find the picture actually. I'll send it to myself. I don't. Whilst you discuss it, I'll get the photo. Send it to me.
Yeah, I must admit, Paul's got a point.
You send it to the news or our chat, Paul. I could try and download it for you.
Oh yeah,
cool. If you're busy.
Cool. I can do that.
No, just give me a minute.
The other day, when I was like looking for some Transformers, I went into Ann Summers and I couldn't see any in stock.
And
I was like,
"Oh, you trooper, though! You trooper!"
I know.
At least
I was there for hours. Hours I was searching in that store.
You did show me that one which you pressed the button. They got a lot bigger.
You know. Well, apparently there was a lot of transformations going on, just not the type of transformations I thought. But yeah, they did have toys though, but not the Transformer kit.
Good selection. You know what? Not joking aside, do you ever need batteries? And Summer's got a good selection of batteries. They're always in stock.
I didn't see any batteries there. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. I don't.
By the till. They're by the till.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I'll give you. Use a membership card. I'll get some points. You get discounts.
These batteries are huge. What did they power? Oh,
get some stamps. Give me some stamps.
I remember in the past where if we were having a show like this, we'd re-record the entire thing. We can't edit this. Now it's just screw it.
I think Ann Summers is a
You pays your money, you
store.
take your chance. Right, I found that picture if you want me to share it for you, Paul.
Cheers, babe.
Is that what we've been filling for?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, games selling Transformers. There's no reason that Ann Summers wouldn't.
Right.
I just want to say I agree with you, Paul. So go on. You say what?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, if you've been to Smith's, it used to take up quite a swathe of the shelf space, but now it's got a maximum 4 at the bottom. It's showing it with Power Rangers, and it just goes up 2 all the way to the top. It was quite a hefty section, wasn't it, Smith's? This was Metro Centre.
Right. I went to.
Is it pronounced Metroplex?
Sorry, that was 3 questions.
Is it pronounced Metroplex?
No, they're not so witty. No.
I went to my local one, which is like. I went to my local one, which is like 40 minutes away, and that's as local as it gets. And the section was probably about the size of the actual full picture, but it was all old stuff. There was just very little, and I realised they might be waiting for the new stuff to come in, but the section was tiny compared to what it's been in the past.
It must be hard using go-karts to get up there, and I don't know.
No, just go like Mario Kart. Red shell some motherfuckers out the way and just go for it.
Horse and carriage.
I was going to say, why go-karts? I would have thought you'd have gone with horse and carriage or something similar.
Well, I was trying to think of something fun, to keep you guys happy. I know.
Do you know who else is quite fun? Do you know who else is fun and quite witty? Gary Lineker.
Penny Farthing, maybe?
And the other thing
that actually suit you, Andy.
It's got a lot of the new stuff on it. So if you, I don't know if you can zoom in, but it's got all the Earth Spark. Is it Earth Spark? Whatever the new thing
down here.
And up.
Yeah, the US Spark figures. Yeah.
A lot of it's new Earth Spark. So Legacy line seems even smaller.
It's kind of sad.
I couldn't see a ton either.
They do change them though, don't they?
I don't know, but I don't know if it's because it's up north in different stores just now, and maybe as Andy said they're waiting for up stock. But where I live down south, where we have sunlight, within about, I've got like 6 or 7 stores within 40 minutes of me in different directions, and all of them have been pretty much packed out.
Apart from the fact you're explaining the South to a man from Kent.
I am literally.
You're Scottish.
There is no one more southern than me in this chat. I'm the most.
Yeah, but technically, Paul needs a visa now, doesn't he? So
yeah, and I've got.
Jamie's handing in his.
I'm a householder down here.
And I fucking work in Glasgow. I know what it's like there, so don't go running shit over.
Hey, I was born in Inverness. Thank you. Don't be prejudiced against my accent, but
anyway, So I don't know if you've been to Smith's this week, because I was in this Smith's probably.
No, I haven't been this week. But I was in about 2 weeks ago.
A week. So probably about 12 days ago, and it wasn't like this.
Chat, what are you saying? What are you saying, chat?
This is I haven't been to mine. Days. It's absolutely depleted.
Mine was always about that. So mine was always about probably that wide, but it went all the way up the wall. Like probably maybe an extra. It wasn't that much bigger than this. Like, but it was just tall.
You're still talking about the selection.
It had girth. It had a little bit more.
We're talking about Iron Summers.
A lot more height on it, and
you need more batteries for that dildo.
He's talking about his erector. Yeah, I think it does seem. Looking at the chat, that down like people who are further south do seem to have a wider selection within their stores. So maybe it is a distribution problem. You get in America, they have distribution problems.
I mean, don't we just have more choice down south generally? Because, like in my street, we'll have like 6 dentists, where up north you have like 1 dentist for a whole town. We have more amenities, we have more of everything down south, and that's why
it's fucking weird.
There's too much.
I'm not sure that necessarily ties in with Transformers.
Well, no, but it does, because they talk about down south having too much.
It's more, let's just rag on
too much development, don't they? So,
where you are? Is
it just a repercussion of the fact there's so much development down south?
It is. This is endemic of what's actually happening in the wider world. The shelf space given to Transformers is a paradigm of what is actually happening.
Well, I would like to see an indicator.
I won't go that strong.
Oh no! I'm going to get cancelled like Gary Lineker now. Actually, I'm going to say it again then. Fuck the Tories, right? Gary wouldn't stand for us tearing us. Gary, hang on. Gary wouldn't stand for us tearing us
tearing
apart.
us apart.
What?
Hang on.
Drew, mate, are you drinking? That doesn't make sense.
I thought I can see why Drew doesn't drink. He just does that, whatever that is. To be honest, Drew is normally texting whilst masturbating, so it is quite challenging. Maybe he's done it using his alternative hand tonight. So,
have you caught what Drew's caught? Alexis,
yeah, a little bit. I think
it's alcohol. It's alcohol. That's it.
That's why you only see one hand
drinking.
above the table.
There you go.
That's why you only see one hand above the table. This is my second beer. I've had 1 pint. That's it.
But I do worry, in a sense, when we think about toy stores, that Smith's Toys is the one we think about having Transformers. And games obviously got a lot of Transformer stock just now, but would it really carry on if it doesn't get the cheap stock in? I very much doubt it. It's always
the
going
stock,
to
the
be...
prices have gone up, haven't they, to more RRP stuff, I've noticed. From photos people have been putting on from their local game stores.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean,
depressed ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, this is the sort of time of year when third party. This is the sort of time of year when third party.
Go back to my dentist and go. Do you know we've got 5 of you to every one down south?
How dare you make me wait 6 months to see you?
I would like to see 8, 10.
That's just on Jamie's street. For Christ's sake. Anyway.
But that was the one thing I noticed when I came down south was the amount of dentists that were down here in comparison to up north. I was like, oh my God.
Do you ever go speed dating?
To notice.
Speed dentist. Well, that's the thing. Dentists were fighting to get you. Where up north, you know, you literally could
fighting
find
to
one.
get to the dentist.
Oh, I love the mental image of dentists outside your house, literally like gladiators.
No. It'd be more like Anchorman, wouldn't it?
Just watching from your window, sipping your cup of tea. There was dentist on yet. Out there, love.
Oh, my money's on that one. He's big. He'll do it.
Hang on, one of them's got a hand grenade. It's all over now. Anyway. So up north, on certain stores, the selection is crap. But maybe it is because they're switching over and we're going to get more of this new stock, which seems to be coming in much more rapidly than it was before, which I presume is the supply lines kind of getting back to normal now.
It's due to be, I mean, well, until the snow hit, but end of the month, right? That's when it was meant to be the changeover. Things are dropping, right? I'm assuming end of the month. I thought it was end of March. No, I've got that wrong.
What do you mean?
Lines. The new lines that are coming out.
The new figures that are coming out. Well, they would, but we keep getting this from Hasbro, who say, or at least from the pre-orders that we get, where they say, right, Hasbro have told us this will be here in like December, and then it's March, and they go, anyway, it's here. So you just can't. I don't pay any attention to when they say the pre-orders are coming. I used to say to Claire, right, this is coming this month, so I'll budget for this, that, and the other. It's pointless now, absolutely pointless. So for those people who do struggle to budget for it, that's a bit of a pain for them. But it's just it's a bit weird. I don't understand why we get so many of these pre-orders. Which is sorry, I was like changing the subject, but we get so many of those pre-orders that say, right, it's coming this month, and then we get it like 3-4 months earlier. Just how does that work then? Surely Hasbro must be able to give a more accurate date.
Yeah, I guess I would say in a lot of situations that's to do with when they're holding stock back, because Hasbro used to do that deliberately, didn't they, to make sure it came out, but now it's becoming expensive to hold stock. So now it's about getting the stock out there as quick as possible.
Just in time, right?
Yeah. Robert Kopp's put an interesting comment there about apparently from Star Action Figures, they were saying that Hasbro changed out their UK distribution personnel, so whether that's made a difference and they've got someone maybe more effective because that's why we're getting them quicker, or what, I don't know, but
that can slow things down. Like, by
sorry, Bumble Jump Out. Is that a racist comment there? I think it might be.
Well, hang on, is it Jamie? Is that why he gets everything first?
I'd like you to know, but a Scotsman doesn't need to be drunk to be incompetent. We are naturally gifted in that market.
That's it, and he's always
naturally drunk.
One thing we have been here before. We have had this before. If you remember the Power of the Primes,
talk about drunk Jamie, yeah,
that as well. Also, Power of the Primes, when that shriveled up like a cold penis, that really reduced the amount of Transformers. And I remember we had this same discussion, I think, on the show probably
cold penises.
About cold penises, yes, and then
that was in the
spoke
pub.
about the lack of
You were very
Transformers
concerned,
in
Alexis.
Smiths is always just
I helped.
indicator, isn't it? Smiths is the barometer of how successful Transformers is.
Well, Smiths is like our Toys R Us, isn't it?
Well, it's the
It's-
new
it's-
Argos catalogue, isn't
yeah.
it? Because the Argos catalogue used to open up and used to be 2 pages of Transformers in the 80s,
Yeah.
and then when Micromasters come out, it was 1 page, and then fucking
Is that because it was
Mighty
smaller?
Max came out. They could cram more in.
I was thinking the same thing actually.
They were reducing in. Sorry, different discussion. But again, Q1 was reducing in popularity.
Argos goes, you only get 1 page.
That's why they started knocking out all the gimmicks. It was like, right, we need to do something to get. And then the ultimate gimmick that everybody blames was Action Masters, but it was already failing before them. They were so shit. But then we look back, it's a bit like Pretenders. We look back on them now, and you kind of actually, they were all right.
Micromasters
Some of them were pretty good.
Well. Yeah.
Oh, Micromasters!
I
were
love
fantastic.
Micromasters.
They should have stayed the line. In
So
my
we've
opinion,
had Power Masters, Turbo Masters, we've had Battle Masters, Micromasters, Action Masters. If you were going to create a Transformer Master, what line would you create? And
Penis
what's the
Master.
gimmick? Penis Master, very good.
I'm pretty sure you can find those online, Jamie.
Really good question. Why do you that should have been the question? Which master are you?
Which master are you?
Penis Master. That's
I'd be
his online
Fletcher's
nickname.
Master of
It's
all
getting
We've
bigger.
got
It's
Brain
transforming.
Masters.
It's
Mass
mass
Master.
shifting. It's mass shifting.
Mass shifting.
I
But it
would
only goes
be-
one way. Why is it always getting smaller?
I would be Kilroy Master, and they'd be like, "What? That's only one person." I'm fine with that. I'm just the master of Kilroy Silk, and that's it.
Silk
That's all
Master.
it
It'd
is.
be a Silk Master.
Yeah, Silk Master.
Silk Master.
Oh, down the stair would be an Ass Master. Good shout.
Yeah.
That's master.
Ride my hawk.
He would be a.
Kestrel Key.
Why Harry
Kestrel Key was
Hair
so
master.
funny.
Again, would be hair master, wouldn't he?
No, he hasn't got any hair.
No, not anymore.
He's got it on his
He
face
wa-
now. He's just transferring it. It's just.
I think before he had his hair, he might have been
He's
close
gone
to
edgy
6
with
foot.
his edgy photo. Looking
Oh,
unhappy,
so edgy.
moody,
He is straight edgy.
so
man.
edgy. Straight.
Green Man asbestos.
He's the CM Punk of
I
our
bet he's
place.
listening to
Robert
Converge.
Cop 2. There's a Box Master.
Gary Lineker would be
There isn't
first
much.
master.
There isn't-
Master, good shout.
What master would you be? There isn't much left, is there?
This is a much better discussion than what we had lined up. Belly Master, great Dave. Who's the best master? Who's the best Lord? Lord of the Rings,
Grandmaster.
Lord of the Flies,
Flash.
Lord of the Dance. That's it for Transformers show number 164.
Forever. We won't recover from this.
Did you three have anything else you wanted to say tonight?
Well, I don't know. As a fan of Transformers, I don't know. I like to just
You
talk
said
about.
as a fan of Transformers, like the rest of us weren't.
Yes, I feel that.
I feel we need to discuss Gary Lineker and his situation more.
You know, I had a homage for Gary Lineker. You know,
All right, talk about Gary.
I
Sean.
dedicated a Transformer to him. Did you guys dedicate a Transformer to him? No.
What's Gary Lineker? Yeah, we did.
Gary Lineker isn't the shining.
Don't worry,
light
Jamie. Your medal's in the
fucking
post.
anti-
Shaped like two giant ears.
I just can't wait till the sex scandals come out. But yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wow.
I've got
Breaking
one.
news.
I've actually got one. Cogmaster, because you'd be a transformation Cogmaster, and you could change your up mode upon will. To
That's not bad. That's kind of like the Keymasters, isn't it?
Can't
good when
the-
you're sober.
in modern Transformers, though, can't they do that anyway? They can all just scan whatever they want. And change it.
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, Cogmaster.
Don't they need
Okay,
a
fine.
transformation cog, though? I thought
Well, that's
that
why
was the
they
big-
be that's they've all got
Yeah,
a transformation card.
okay,
So
well,
that's why they can change.
Cogmaster. Be quite
So
cool.
you could have a transformation cog master, couldn't you? You could have a wee who's a transformation cog, couldn't you? And without them, they can't transform.
You need a little robot that turns into your transformation cog.
No,
so you'd have
yeah,
a little
no,
person
not-
thing inside you.
Yeah,
Again, I suppose that's a different headmasters, is it?
yeah,
Well,
I
because
think
that's
it's very
good.
good.
What point
I
will
think
they
it's
get
a
to
good
today
idea.
where they scratch the barrel so low that the presenter actually turns around and goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that." Is it Darius Vassell? Is that where you get to? Like,
Well-
you keep going through, like, nope, I'm not going to do it.
I
And
don't.
they
I
get
don't.
to, like,
I
title
honestly think
scramble. He's like, "Yep, I'll be there."
the BBC shouldn't have the show on because he
What?
didn't take a political side. I mean, he didn't go
My
against the
favourite show.
rules. You know,
Yeah.
Gary Lineker
it's-
just made a point which was true, And then those politicians are trying to ban modern slavery protection, which the whole world is signed up to fight. And because
I can't remember
we'll
signing
just
up to
ignore that. So,
sorry, the
yeah.
governments.
Governments
you
involved,
personally.
yeah.
I thought
And to be
people-
fair, if you've been on the red wine or something, well, you don't.
Well, I haven't signed up to not having slavery.
I'm pretty sure in your work you've got something in the literature
We
out there
do
because
have
we've got
a
it in schools
modern slavery
to spot that and look for that as well.
The breaking news on that match of the day thing is that BBC have announced they're not going to have any presenter this Saturday because nobody will do it, so they're just not going to have them.
Really?
So,
And they've
yeah.
officially said that.
Just show football.
They will have
It
not
might work,
have
actually.
a studio presenter or pundits after contributors pulled out in solidarity with Gary Lineker. So I really struggle to see how the BBC is going to win this because everybody's
Yeah,
turning
they're
against
really
them.
not.
It's the stupidest thing. that
I
they
don't
could
think
have
you should
done.
go to fucking Prime. Prime's like a
Yeah,
bloody
any more than
sweatshop.
it's all about.
You know, Amazon's worst.
Don't go to Prime, Gary. If you're watching, don't go to Prime, mate.
Don't be a dick. You made a good point, Gary. Don't fuck it up by actually going to an evil organisation.
Would you be a Prime Master?
No. Go
Look
to
around now.
ITV. They're not successful. They'll be okay. They'll want you.
The thing is, as many
They pay
people
better
pointed
as well.
out, if Gary Lineker had said something in support of what the government was doing, nobody would have. The government wouldn't be saying all this stuff. There wouldn't be this pressure on him.
It's not
But because
it's
he
not
said
even
something
the
that was
government.
deemed as
It's-
being against.
I mean,
Well,
the
it is
worst
because there's
thing
government
is,
ministers coming out saying that
well,
he shouldn't have said it.
when I
and
say
we-
government, I think
disagreed
of the opposition, and quite frankly, Labour have not been an I've seen other countries where the opposition is in jail be a better opposition than Labour have been for the last 5 or 6 years.
That's true.
You know, and I just think Gary Lineker was
dear.
just stating something which was
I think
freaking
it's
true,
a shit wafer.
which other politicians should have freaking said because they've all got the same PR people, and they didn't.
Can I do one more? He's a truth master.
That's actually a good one. I like that. I approve.
Spitting truth.
Should we end on that high?
I think we should probably stop
there's
there.
so many presenters who've turned it down. They can't. Anyone who steps into those shoes now would be like a
That's not-
scab, like for someone.
I'd be
who's
a
Exactly,
dick
yeah.
master,
when they-
a knob
he
master.
would be a dick master.
Knob master.
Imagine
Yeah.
turning up and announcing that.
A Chelsea
I am
master.
a dick master.
If you said you're knob master,
well,
was that knob, is that knob with a K or knob with an N?
Cunt master.
That's what Ian is,
I
isn't
would
he?
love
He's
that
out-
if that
he's
turns
a
on
Fire master.
Saturday night, match of the day turns up, and they're like, "Who have we got in?" And then like Alan Titchmarsh just walks in, Titmarsh goes, "I'll do it." I'm a cunt. He just steps up and presents the whole show. And says,
have
at
Michael
the end,
Barrymore
goes, if
on it.
anything, I want more slavery, and then walks off.
Jeff. Yeah, Ian would be a Jeff master. My name's Jeff.
What is it with Jeff? I don't get that. Was I away that week when you counted this Jeff joke?
It's from the new 21 Jump Street with Channing Tatum and Jonah
Vark.
Jonah, I don't know. The guy did
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
That's a guy.
And
They were
undercover.
undercover. If anyone wants to pop along after the show,
They were undercover,
if you stick
and they were
the link
meeting these
in the comments,
drug dealers.
then people
And they
can
go,
join
and
you.
this is my bad
And-
man. And they went, my name's
What?
Jeff. It's a meme
Cool.
now. That was it.
Thank you. For
I prefer the one with Chris Kamara, which is what I thought you were referencing, or RFI as anyway in the chat, where he didn't know what had happened at the football. Oh my god, you must know this.
What?
The Chris Kamara one, where they went to him live on the Sky Sports
yeah.
Rocker Saturday, and they said, "There's been a sending off." Chris, tell us about it. He went, "Has there?" I don't know, Jeff, because he wasn't watching and he missed it completely. He said, "Oh, I saw somebody walking off. I just thought they got subbed."
Yeah.
No idea. God bless
Do you
Chris
know
Kamara.
the worst thing
God
about
bless
the whole Gary Lineker Vichy thing is the right wing press are complaining Vichy wasn't going hard enough, and you're thinking, "Fuck, he's breaking international law, you know, ripping up treaties," and you think that's still not good enough. You know, Vichy, you just stop trying to appease these people.
Dave's got to get on here. Please get Prince Harry to do the fucking match today. Because that will go down well.
No, because what'll happen is they'll ask Prince William, and then Prince Harry will just moan about that.
Yeah.
Why has Alexis got access to StreamYard again?
Apparently, that was me.
You gave
Apparently, they had a fight once. If you apparently read his book or something, or
I was surprised his book wasn't a comic. I would have thought it was like children's drawings and
Colouring
stuff like
book,
that.
colour by
Yeah,
numbers.
but it had fucking words and stuff, and I knew then he didn't write this.
Anyway, surely that's the end.
Are we? Do you want to play a video, Paul, or do you
What?
poo?
That's not me
What?
playing it. I don't have control anymore.
You don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. You don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, Roxanne,
Who would have thought that that was the pinnacle? Like their first movie. We watched it. That was amazing. And it never got better. Amazing.
I thought you were going to say
scene
the
between
pinnacle
this-
of tonight's show.
Do you think we should do a
The
discussion
scene-
sometime? Maybe do a breakdown of all those awful movies, apart from the first one, which was actually good, like you said, Paul.
The first one was
Yeah,
good.
the first one was amazing.
that is a
That one's
fucking
just-
challenge rank and a half. That is. I'll be up for that.
Oh, I think you could wank to anything on the internet these days. It's easy.
It's hard. Like it's not.
Well,
it's
it's hard
easy
to
and,
start with, but then it gets
Well,
soft after you.
That'll help you. That'll help you, Alexis. It'll make it much easier because you're halfway there then. Anyway,
half. Yeah, half.
we do our top 10 Sky Sports moments. Not now, but another night.
Can do.
I've
I've got
Sky-
my mate.
as long as every one of them for me is
Because
when we
Sky's
won a
owned
game.
by Rupert Murdoch, and I
I'll
would
chat you.
support.
I'll mention who it is after, but a mate of mine's on Sky Sports a couple of times.
Is he
He's
still
on
on
Sky.
Sky now?
He's on Sky Sports.
Does he live
Saturday.
in your town?
No, I won't say more than that. I'll say offline, so can't say online.
I mean, you
can't.
Does it rhyme with Hef Hurling?
Who? Jeff Sterling.
Who's Jeff
Jeff-
Sterling? His name's Jeff Sterling.
Is that Jeff? Is that Jeff?
My
Is
close
that
friend Jeff Sterling
No.
is actually an Amazon
What?
driver.
Did Paul Merson's tooth fell out on air? Is that true? I didn't see that.
I don't know.
Ian, you're not
Did he have
invited.
scurvy
He's
or
got
something?
in a game, hasn't he? Coke.
Coke makes your teeth fall out.
Hang on. I enjoyed the sequels as they are comparable to the original show to me.
Well, are sequels or Transformers out the movies?
The
there
live
are
action
some.
movie sequels, you mean? I didn't mind Dark of the Moon, but any bit with the humans was annoying. The actual action sequences and the fighting, and the fact that the Decepticons, were winning for a while was quite entertaining.
I don't know if it was just because I was getting older, but each film after the first one, the transformation sequences and the fighting just to get more complicated. And
Yeah, that's a common complaint, JB, that a lot of people have, that you
Yeah.
just ended up looking at blurs on a screen, and it became much harder to
Oh.
actually see a fight between robots.
That's crazy. And it's
That's
crazy you said it,
like,
'cause that scene with Brain Crusher where he transformed and he was still fighting Prime was so exact in that clip we just showed. You could see
Yeah.
it all fighting. I thought, God, that first movie was so good. And when you see the other movies, it is a blur, isn't it? You don't
Age of
know.
Extinction, when they turned into
Bits
little
of falling
blocks
off of
and
them.
stuff. What was that
That's,
about? That was just...
That's like
Oh.
Jet Li's movie Fist of the Dragon, and because he moved so fast that they actually had to slow him down in frame rate.
I saw a film in
He was-
Pornhub called
he was
Fist of the
slow on
Dragon.
screen.
It was not what I was expecting.
Oh, sorry, Kiss of the Dragon. Kiss of the Dragon. Jet Li's Dragon. Really good. Yeah, like he's so fast. That's why he's called Jet. 'Cause he was so fast. Apparently.
It was like Eddie Honda's 100-hand slap going for it. Just a blur.
Anyway, two of his movies they slowed it down. They actually had to
I
slow
feel
it
like
down.
we should end this.
It was really good.
Feels more like The Off Edge.
We'll end it doing any Honda 100-hand slap.
They are.
Jamie, do it.
I'm danger myself.
Jamie, don't slap
Can't
it
stop
with
till
me.
everybody's
No,
doing it.
Jamie,
I
get
feel
your
this
hands
is a
up.
setup. No, I'm not doing it.
No under the hand table slaps. No under the table slaps.
Do it.
No 100 hand slaps.
Just say,
no
"Are we,
under the
Jeff?"
table slaps.
I look
That's
confused.
it. Jamie done it.